There we go. So, fortunately, I know you guys miss me, and hold on. So, I'm pretty sure you guys have missed me and everything. Josie, surprised you're here, but welcome. So, I know it's been far too long once again since you guys have missed me after a few hours, well, weeks. And you guys are probably wondering how I've been and how I've been doing ever since I told you guys with the whole diet thing. Well, to be honest, it's been going pretty well. It's been going so far. After a whole month of not streaming and not doing videos, I managed to improve the bits, and fortunately, I have done a lot of things over the past few weeks. And all I can say is I have improved a lot. However, I think that's enough what I'm about to say. So, I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering why I only put question marks on the title. I was going to make a reveal, but then again, I will retitle this stream by the time I'm done. So, fortunately, I had to do a lot of planning. So, I have a few surprises I want to share first. And to be more precise, I'm kind of shocked that some of you guys managed to get here. Well, some of you guys, but anyways. And for starters, since Josie's here, because that kind of surprised me a bit, might as well tell her this. So, as you guys are aware, that this whole time I was I was offline this whole time. But I have a little secret to reveal. This whole time, I wasn't offline. I was appearing offline the whole entire time. Because I knew from the very beginning, because ever since the day when I was told to go on the diet, of course, I had to give up the streaming and videos. But that doesn't mean I was gone of gaming. No. So, for the past 4 weeks, I was appearing offline the whole entire time to make it look like you guys thought I was gone. But really, I've been training and doing a lot of stuff on my own, and it was kind of boring. However, for one of my surprises, so after I would say maybe about, because I'm not gonna lie, it took me so much hard work to do it for every single game as possible. So let's just say, for example, and since Josie's here again, that surprise I mentioned that it was going to be ready in June. Well, it's ready now. And obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys can take a wild guess what it is. Because this time, it took me approximately 3 whole weeks to, well, I'm not going to explain all the details yet because let's just keep it secret and a surprise for a bit. So obviously, I took in the liberty of training and doing a lot of hard work while I was appearing offline. And trust me, if I have to give the math correctly, it took me approximately 10 hours of doing this hard work for a certain, well, not just one person, but my partner, the girls, and some of my VTuber friends. So I told Chris and Lewis to keep silent and not reveal it until I return. So, fortunately, like I said, the surprise I mentioned, it's ready. However, here's what I'm gonna need. Cause fortunately, well, wait a minute. Give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. But anyways, as I was saying, now that it's ready, I need to know a specific day when you guys want to see it. Because trust me, it took me a lot of hard work to do this. And this time, it's going to be way better than how I did it last time. But I'm pretty sure some of you guys are aware of what it is. So, yeah. However, like I said, this time it's going to be way better. It took me 3 weeks of doing so and 10 hours. But this time, the way I did it was a bit different. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys saying those and everything. But yeah, I know it's a bit shocking that I was gone for a while. And yeah, it was really, well, I don't know what to say, but yeah. So, fortunately, like I said, I need to know specific date, time, and exactly what day you guys want to see it. Give yours some time to think about it. If you guys have an answer, you can say in the live stream chat. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for doing a lot of stuff. I figured you were going to say that, man. And yeah. However, now that I mentioned the surprise, now we're going to go a little bit deeper. And Josie, if you're still watching, uh, yeah, there might be some unexpected, but if you want to stick around, that's up to you. So, fortunately, while I was gone and while I was training for a while, as you guys are aware of, the last time when I streamed, I told you guys that I'm leaving Chris and Lewis in charge while I was gone. And fortunately, after the past 2 weeks, let's just say I noticed. What the? There we go. I noticed a lot of things, and obviously, I am not happy with it. Even though it's none of my business, and just for the record, I'm not upset, angry, or whatever you guys are thinking. Yeah. However, what I do not understand is okay, I don't want to be rude or sound like the way I'm going to say it, it might sound weird. So, as you guys are aware of, me and the rest of my friends have been dealing with a few toxic players in the past. But fortunately, I have noticed that there's been some players using mods. Because don't get me wrong, When it comes to players using mods on PC, that's totally fine as long as they're not doing it online. Otherwise, that person, he or she, is going to get reported. But fortunately, for the past few weeks, while I was offline, I did run into a few moderator players that were basically, I would say, cheating. And fortunately, yeah, one of them kind of messaged me, and yeah, but that's all I'm going to say right now. What I am curious and a bit not too upset or suspect, but fortunately, one of my friends was playing with a moderator friend that well, I wouldn't say mod because they did a good job of avoiding. But what my question is, why did they not leave the match? Because according to what Chris and Lewis told me, fortunately, well, I don't want to explain all the details because obviously I know it's like sounds weird when I say it, but still, I'm just doing it to protect you guys. But yeah, fortunately, yeah. But I think that's enough for now. Now, on to what I'm going to say next. So, fortunately, I am going to be talking with a certain friend today because this whole entire time, yeah, I was appearing offline. It was kind of funny, of course, but I knew it was the only thing I can think of to thinking you guys think I was gone for real this time. But no. But still, I am proud of myself for what I did because honestly, it took me a lot of hard work and it wasn't easy. But in the end, I managed to accomplish and everything. So, yeah. But now, here's what's going to get something better. For the next few weeks, I will be training a certain someone to not become like me, but a little bit of help. Because let's just say one of my friends is going through a bit of, if I have to say the word correctly, um, problems, if I have to say that. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Another thing I want to talk about is that, okay, so I don't even know what to say about this part. So obviously, the games I have purchased so far, we already know that there's still more upcoming games to be released, including DLCs. So far, I've been keeping track of what's been going to be released, but I'm not going to reveal them because I know in you guys, you want to know them and you want to figure them out on your own. Well, some of you want to know. But for in the meantime, I'm going to have to remain silent on that. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much I want to talk about. So, yeah. So, if any of you guys have any questions or if you guys want to ask me anything, just feel free to let me know in the live stream chat. But just for the record, this live stream is only going to be available for approximately 10 minutes. After that, then yeah. However, what I am going to say is I will start streaming once again because this is the whole point of the title, Return of Not Another Sniper. Because it's been one whole month of my diet and I still got 2 more months to go. But now that I have improved a bit and now that I have made progress on my health, I am making a return. And don't worry, I'm still continuing on my health. So don't worry, I'm all right. But for now, I have a lot of catching up to do and I have a lot of surprises for all my friends. But like I said, when you guys are ready to let me know because we don't have to rush it right now. All I am asking in return is what time, date, and day you guys want to watch it. Because I know the rest of you guys have family, jobs, and other stuff to do in life. So we don't have to rush it. I'm just letting you guys know. So, yeah. But besides all that, if anyone has any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll be still here. And yeah. And just for the record, I don't think you guys heard it because me, I gotta rewatch some stuff on my phone because I think I actually pressed some of the wrong buttons. But I'll be still here. Just yeah. If anyone has any questions, feel free feel free to let me know. Okay, so after the results, looks like I was on mute from the beginning. But maybe next time. So, yeah. And to start, yes, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the whole demon slit I told you before. Even though I was gone for a while and doing offline training, I'm aware of the DLCs and upcoming games that are going to be released. So I'm aware of that. And two, we'll talk about that later. For right now, yeah. But fortunately, before I get into other stuff, I also want to ask if, before anyone says anything, Josie, you still here? Because I just want to ask you something. All right, good. So, obviously, what I have done for you, not just only for you, but I've also done it for Koro, MK, and Blaze. Now, I'm not asking much, but all I'm asking a few questions first. So, my first question is that how can I say this? Okay, actually no, I better skip this part, but my point is what I'm about to show you, there will be some cutscenes that I don't know. So I'm asking you, do you want me to skip the cutscenes or do you guys want to watch them? Because well, I'm about to show you whenever you're ready, but I need to make sure if you want me to skip the cutscenes, if that's what you want. Yes. Because I don't know, because I'm not going to reveal the game, but I'm pretty sure everyone else knows what it is. What I'm about to show you, I don't know. I can't promise much, but if I have to say this correctly, it might be an hour or 2 hour, or I don't know, because I made a lot of progress and I'm not going to promise anything because during the stream. It might take me a few tries or maybe not. I'm not sure yet. But what I can say is, I know you don't like to see anything spoiled or anything because some of the cutscenes, but there are some certain cutscenes I will not skip because obviously, okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. So while you were streaming on YouTube, I had Chris and Lewis make sure they don't say anything dumb or stupid, but I had to make sure they, well, how can I say this? Because I know, knowing you, you don't like to do many side quests and everything because to some players, they don't like to do much side quests because they think it's too hard, complicated, or anything. But for me, I'm willing to do anything for my friends who I can trust because obviously, unlike some certain players, they don't like to do, like, if I have to say 100% of achievements, if I have to say it like that. But yeah, so all I'm asking, if it's up to you, that whether or not if you want me to skip the cutscenes or not, because all I am gonna say is there will be some cutscenes from the main story. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh, okay. Well, I don't want to like basically ruin the surprise until, like I said, I mean, I could tell you through, not right here, but through Whisper when this stream is over. So I can at least tell you that. All right, if you say so. All right, sounds good. That's what I'll do. All right, sounds like a plan. Okay, but now, as for the rest of you guys, for my partner and everyone, we'll continue our conversations later. But for right now, I know I have a lot planning to do, and I know I have a lot catching up to do, but still, it's good to be back. I know you guys miss me, and I know you guys, well, some of you guys have been through a lot without me. But now that I'm back, I am back in full charge and I have a little surprise. So, yeah. But, anyways, I'm glad you guys can join up with me on this stream. And now I am fully back. So, starting tomorrow, we'll resume what I have been behind. And don't worry, I'll catch up eventually. But, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and yes, you have a meeting. Don't worry, relax, you can calm down. But for now, and Josie, I'd like to say thanks again for joining because, well, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting to see you here, but I appreciate it. And we'll talk more again later because right now I got to deal with these guys. But don't worry, I'll direct message you through Whisper eventually. So, yeah. All right. But I don't want to keep wasting you guys' time. So, peace, and I'll see you guys later on. It's good to be back. I see. All right. But anyways, peace.